Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode I'm going to shed some light on three top plants any new plant parent can bring home. These plants, after careful study over the years, are my personal favorites. And why three, you may ask? It's just a nice odd number that will even out any new plant parent's plan to convert their home into a plant paradise. So let me begin by telling you a small anecdote about how it all began for me. I started with the peace lily plant, and my oh my, I soon found out how difficult that plant was. And a video like this would have helped me then. So, this video is for those who don't want to learn things the hard way. Now, my top pick in this list is a close fight between the ZZ and the snake plant. But the ZZ wins this hands down because of the following reasons. Sunlight. Now, this is an excellent plant if you have poor indoor lighting conditions. This is known to do well even under artificial light. But don't expect a robust growth in such conditions. For it to grow really well, they do need bright sunlight conditions. You can grow this in any direction, near the window, far away from the window, wherever you want, and this will survive. Watering. Now, watering is another important factor that a lot of new plant parents may be unaware of, and this plant can help them with that. These plants can survive without being watered for a very long time. This is because the roots are modified stems called rhizomes that hold a lot of water for the plant to resist long periods of drought. The petiole and leaves also store a lot of water. So underwatering might in fact be the reason for its long life, but overwatering will for sure kill the plant. So this is a perfect plan for beginners, travelers and forgetful gardeners who can heave a sigh of relief if watering every day is an issue. Another factor that can put off new plant parents would be pests and diseases. This is a very pest and disease resistant plant if you don't overwater and stress the plant. This plant does bloom, but that's a very rare sight, and it does need some bright balcony sunlight exposure for this to happen. And I'm so happy that it happened to me and I'm able to share this with you all. Also, I have found out an easy way to make these plants grow really tall. You can click the video above to see how it is all done. They largely come in lush green color and are known for their glossy leaves that can be mistaken for a plastic plant. And when someone tells me that my plants look very plastic, I actually take that as a compliment for having hoodwinked them. They also come in black and it's called the ZZ Raven. And don't worry, I will be making a separate video on it very soon. Variegated versions of the plant is available in the market too. Now, it's no secret that the snake plant takes the second position, and I will also tell you why I've picked the ZZ over this. So when it comes to sunlight, this is an excellent plant that can grow in some really low light conditions but is known to behave unpredictably in some low light conditions that the ZZ can tolerate. So growing this near a natural light source is always good, like near the window, etc. This can do well even in the north direction that is not known for good sunlight. Many indoor plants don't do well in the north direction, hence this is my second pick. But for robust growth, a south or a west or a east facing direction would help. Watering. Just like the ZZ, this is also characterized by a rhizome that holds a lot of water, hence making it yet another excellent drought tolerant plant that can take underwatering but not overwatering. So another factor that has made me downgrade this in the ranking order from the ZZ is because of its susceptibility to rot. Lot of snake plants are a little more sensitive to root rot, and the worst part is that once the rotting starts, it's very difficult to stop its spread and you might lose the plant as well. Don't worry, this is somewhat rare and you can try this if you see signs of rotting. I've also made a video on this, you can check that out. So the first thing you must do is to take it to the brightest location in your home. I prefer a balcony setting that also gets good air circulation. There, stop watering the plant completely. If you see rotting leaves, cut them off and leave the healthy ones intact and wait for the plant to recover on its own. These, like the ZZ, are also largely pest resistant. The snake plants come in many varieties and forms, and they are famous as an air purifying plant. Now let's delve a little more into this air purifying business of this plant. So, NASA conducted a research, and this plant has been identified to purify harmful toxins in the air, but at a slower rate. So, you would need a jungle of snake plant in your room for it to classify as a true blue air purifier. Now, about its other property to release oxygen at night. This happens due to an adaptive strategy the plant uses to conserve water. This mechanism is called chrysolacean acid metabolism. So, with this, the snake plant photosynthesizes during the day and the gaseous exchange happens only during the night, where the plant absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. Due to this, the stomata remains closed during the day, therefore conserving water that might get lost due to evapotranspiration. And probably to everyone's surprise, my third easy plant pick is the Chlorophytum, Laxum, that is confused with the spider plant. Though they belong to the same family, they are different plants. This one does not trail like the spider plant. Now let's look at the factors that make it feature in my list. Sunlight. This plant has done well indoors for me even in a not so brightly lit area. However, please note that due to lack of sunlight, they can grow leggy but they survive much better than the pothos. With a good balcony or terrace part shade condition, this will get that bushy look and will do excellently well. Watering. This is a great plant again if watering is something you can't keep up with often. They have these rhizomes that store water, hence they require very less water. So this plant will get that dark greenish look with optimal sunlight. If it gets too little or too much sunlight, they turn pale green. If you want more tips on this plant, then I have a separate video you can watch. And with this, we've come to the end of yet another episode of Urbanscape Bangalore, and I really hope you enjoyed this particular program. Additionally, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are given below. And always remember, to grow slow is to grow well. Thank you for watching, and until we meet again, a very warm goodbye.